Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the creation of the table with the complex data types for a company data set. We are taking the example company data log file. So in that, let us see the structure of the company data first. So the structure is having like this. So let us see the uh, yeah. So see here, it is having the 12 records. You can observe that these are the 12 records available. In the 12 records, first record, it is having several elements. First is, this is the first value, and then second column is this, and the third column, it is this, okay, and the fourth column is this, and next one is this one. So if you observe how many columns are there. So if you observe that one, two, three, four, five columns are available, five columns. Okay, how these columns are separated? The columns are separated with the pipe symbol. You can observe that pipe symbol. Okay, first column, it is the independent column of type integer or big int or whatever. Okay, and the second column is having various two elements, two strings, two string elements. That is the company name and the alias name, meaning that the a small form of the name. So it is having two fields in the company name, and the third one is the address. Address is having different elements. That may be the road number, and it may be the street name, and then city, and then state. Like this, it is having several elements. So these two can be considered as the struct elements. And the next one is, it is having five values are there. These five values, last year revenues, so that we are having the last year revenues are there. So there are several elements separated with the commas. So that is the array element. So array, it is looking like the array. So we can take that as the array of integer. And then next element, the next field is of type map, because it is having the key value pace. So because of that reason, we can take this as the map. So this is the table structure available in the data. So this data is available. Let us assume that this data is available in our HDFS. Uh, it may be created by using the Flume concept, that may be the capturing extracting the data continuously from the online data, or it may be uploaded by using the HDFS DFS hyphen put, or it may be given with some tools, or it may be uploaded into the HDFS by using some API, whatever it is, the data is available in HDFS. Now we have to create a table for this data. So we have to create a schema. How can we create that? By using the manage it table. If you want to create the manage it table, simply you can give create table and table name, that is the collection elements. Actually, collection manageable data or collection managed table. I have given that a name. Okay, or you can give that as the company. You can give the name as the company. Of company ID begin. Company name, it is having, as we have seen, there are two elements. That is actual name and alias name. These are the strings. And the company address, it is also having the struct of several elements. That is the road number, street number, and then city and the state. And previous year's revenues, it is having the array as we discussed, and growth performances, that is map of string and boolean. And then we have given the row format delimited. The delimiters are different. Here the fields are terminated with the pipe symbol, and the collection items are terminated by comma, and the map keys are terminated by colon, and the lines terminated by backslash and stored as the text file. So I have given like this. Once if you create the table, then we have to load the data into data right? Load the data into the database. So before that, let us verify what is the table created. That is by using DESC collect manageable. Okay, so in this, it is having the company ID, company name, company address, previous year revenues, growth performances, and all these are available. And I want to load this data onto this table. So that how can we load? So since it is the managed table, if you load the data we have not given while creation of the table, we didn't give the location attribute so that we have to load the data into the table. Whenever you give the load statement, the data will be moved to the warehouse directory by default warehouse directory. Okay, so inside that, if the data is available in the local storage, then we have to give the load data local in path. You can see that here, load load data local in path of, you can give the file name into table name. You can give that. Or if the data is available in the HDFS, then load data in path of, you can give the file name, complete file name into table name. You can give the table name. Okay. And retrieving the data from the managed table. Once if you load the data will be stored in the warehouse directory. Now we can retrieve the data from by using the table. Otherwise, we have to write the MapReduce program to retrieve the data. Instead of that, we can write the queries directly. So select star from collect mat table so that you will get the entire records. And now if you give that select star from select count of star from the from collect man table tab so that it will retrieve the all the records. So how it is executing, that is whenever whatever you are giving the query, that query is converted into the map reduce jobs, and that map reduce was executed on the Hadoop environment, and then it is retrieving the result, and that result was given as the output for the Hive. So the result is here, the result is 12. So this is the example for the retrieving of the data by using the HQL, Hive Query Language. These are the Hive Query Language operations. All the queries, whatever you know in the MySQL and SQL or any SQL concept, they are applicable here. So that if you get the question like explain about the Hive query language, you can write all the queries, whatever you know in our MySQL and all your DBMS skills. You can use the DBMS skills for answering this question. So HQL statements, meaning that HQL is having all the select statements of any language. Okay, now retrieving the data from the managed table, another way, that is if you want to get the company name, select company name from table name you can give, so that it is giving the two elements, that is the actual name and alias name it is giving. So only the company name. Now I want to get only some part of the company name, some part of the collection item, so that select company ID, that is the first column anyway, and then company name dot alias name, only alias name I want. So company name dot alias name, and then company address dot city, only city I want, and the previous year's revenues of 3, meaning the third year revenue, last third year revenue. So we are getting these columns only, we are getting retrieving the data. So this is how to retrieve the data from the partial data from the complex data types. So we can write the queries like this. And if you want to create the external table, only you have to mention the keyword, that is external only. And then you can go with the say similar way, or the statement is same. And since it is the external table, it is recommended to give the location so that where the data is available actually, from there it will retrieve the data directly instead of copying that into warehouse. Okay, since it is the external table, even if you drop the table, the data remains same in the HDFS. So better to give the location. For the managed table, anyway, it will be removed if you remove the table. So it is better to give the data in the warehouse directory. So these are the differences. Once if you do that, once if you execute create the external table, you need not load the data set because already you have given the location name. So it will directly take the data from the location. You need not load. If you don't give the location, then location attribute, then you should provide the load statement for the external table also, so that it will be stored in the data warehouse. Only the difference is if you drop this table, the data warehouse will have the same data without it will not be removed. And the queries are same, whatever you have given, the queries are same. So this is about the creation of the table with the complex data types and also the HQL concept. So we can discuss about the other concept like partition in the coming session. Thank you.